Hello, everybody. Well, as part of the segue, and I attended my first Ultimate Wealth Camp back in 2014, and it was already an incredible event back then. So, yeah, if you can get to one, get to one. And the segue in from what Stephanie was sharing is, uh, among other things, I am a real estate broker and I am recruiting real estate professionals. And one of my colleagues signed up with a different brokerage in a different part of my same larger organization. He wanted all of the stuff that the larger organization offers. He didn't know what I did. I missed having a great colleague signed up in my brokerage because he didn't know what I did. So when Stephanie shares, people can't refer you if they don't know what you do. So if Stephanie's sharing those kind of gold nuggets right here, right now, you can only imagine what's in her program. Now, as for me, I had this brilliant road trip a couple of years ago, and I'm driving on a California highway. I'm heading south down along the coast, and I'm coming up on the edge of a cliff. I'm looking over at how gorgeous the view is over there, and I go right off the edge. Obviously, I'm still here. How was I fine? Well, how are any of us fine when all of us drive off cliffs all the time? It's because we have bridges. So the title of my talk is The Cliff and the Bridge. You're driving off a cliff. Is your bridge ready? Very simple question. Because 100% of business owners are headed for the same cliff. And 1 out of 6 of us have our bridge built. Just 1 out of 6. So here's a question. Do you have your bridge built? Do you even know what the bridge is? Do you even know what the cliff is? And if you think you have your bridge ready to go, are you sure? Because here's a curious thing about handling cliffs. So think about what handles cliffs, what handles the disasters that can befall your business. And in particular, not just what will handle the ultimate cliffs at the end, but what will make us more money by the way we do it? What will let us do less work by the way we do it? What will leverage our 80/20 work? And here's the last 2 hugely important ones. What will liberate us from our business? One of the quips sometimes about self-employed people that we joke about is that we give up working 40 hours for someone else so we can work 80 hours for ourselves. And we don't often own our business owns us. We didn't start a business. What we did is we built a job. So can we build something that will handle the cliffs in a way that will liberate us from our business? And here's something just as important. Will liberate our business from us. That will do all these things for us right now and will keep doing all these things for us down the generations. Now, a little bit about me and like what makes me so unusual to be talking about all of these things. So I've been an attorney since 1992. And I went to work in estate law right away. I did a bunch of family law early on. They were recruiting a lot of young lawyers to do family law. So I've been an estate attorney and a business attorney since 1992. I did family law for a while. I didn't do a lot of family law for too many years, about 300 or so divorces. I'm a real estate broker. I'm the author of 60 plus books. I'm the grandmaster of a martial art, which sounds impressive. The part that's impressive about it is if you do the same martial art for 50 years, you too will be a grandmaster. What's impressive is I've been doing the same martial art for over 50 years. And I'm also a Christian pastor of the Wesleyan Church and even more than that. But here's my specialty right there. Principles that work everywhere. My specialty is in seeing the principles and all of these different things that I do. There's a lot of things that are always true. And since I have such a compressed amount of time, I have another video set and report available for you called The Overlooked Obvious 3x3. If you like to watch stuff, you can watch the 3-minute version. If you would rather read it, you can download the 2-page PDF. There's the QR code if you want to grab that with you.
I hate to break your mojo, but you're not spotlighted. So you're itty bitty on the screen. It's super hard to get that QR code. Can you spotlight yourself?
Well, I thought I was spotlighted. Let me see what I
You
can do.
don't look spotlighted in my thing. Can you just check? Because
Well,
I just
mine
want to
is
make sure everybody can see it.
I
okay. Well,
send it, so
Is it? Okay. I'm sorry. It's just not
I can
spotlighting
see it
for
fine.
me.
okay. Is everyone else seeing it okay?
When you speak, yes, you're highlighted.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Okay.
changed it. So maybe no. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think it's spotlighted.
So I appreciate that. But there's a QR code that the URL is I love them enough.com/bill. So if you can't grab the QR code, the URL is I love them enough.com/bill, and you can get right to all of the material. So the bridge. The bridge is to have your business ready to run without us. The cliff is us being gone from our own business. And we might be gone from our business just because we're late. What happens to your business if you're late? Can someone else even open it up? Can someone else handle your opening appointments? Now, if you run like a retail store and someone else has a key, easy enough. But what if something happens and you get stuck out of town? I had the kind of business that I was coming in from out of town in court and there was some kind of accident on the 5 South. And I had people I could call and say, look, I might not make it to my very first appointment at 3:30. Can someone else have the class or the dojo open and the class ready to run it? And I had like 6 different people that could do that for me. Can your business run if you take a day off? And if so, how much notice do you need to be able to take a day off? Could you just wake up this morning and say, actually, I don't think I'm available to work today for whatever reason there is? Can your business run without you for a day? What if you want to take a vacation? Can your business run without you for a week, for a couple of weeks? What if you want to retire? The bridge is your business ready to run without you. And if your business isn't ready to run without you, you might not own a business. You might just own a job. And then here's another big thing related to this exact same concept is the ultimate cliff. So not just if you have to be late today or take a day off or take a vacation. I'm an estate attorney. I do wills and trusts. I'm a pastor. I've done funerals. You know what the ultimate cliff is I'm talking about. And what if it's sudden? Is the trustee of your trust ready to keep your business alive? Do they know what they need to do? How about the executor of your will? Or your spouse? Or your child? If you leave a business to your child, do your 20-something-year-old kids know what they're doing if they inherit commercial real estate? That's one of the stories I talk about is one of my earliest clients, Mary, had left commercial real estate to a couple of kids that were 20 years old when she died or in their 20s. They knew nothing about being a landlord. Can someone walk in without warning and with no more preparation than they have right here, right now, today, and your business will survive and your business will thrive? A lot of times we think, I have time. In fact, that's one of the number one reasons people don't have the will and trust together. Is that's not a high priority right now. Right now, I'm doing this. As if we can schedule our end. The lovely lady who popped in and was trying to help out with the spotlighting issue, she suddenly went down sick for 17 days. It's a story she shares in some of her own seminars and talks. If you ever have a chance to attend a Virginia Muski's talk, I suggest you get there. And she didn't put that in her calendar. And I looked at her calendar. There was nowhere in there to be on death's door for 17 days, not knowing if I'm going to live or die. Unfortunately, she had her business working at a level that there were 3 people that could step in and keep her business going while she was down for the count. And when she was coming back and wasn't able to get to 100% for a while, she had people who could take care of the things that needed to be taken care of while she worked her way back to health. And so when we're looking at building our bridge, getting our stuff ready, are the people ready to be able to keep things functioning if we're gone suddenly because we can't schedule this stuff? Now, here's the key. I want a choice. When I build my business, I want a choice to be able to take a day off. I want to be able to take a vacation. I want to be able to semi-retire if I want to semi-retire. I was out of town for 6 months 2 years ago. I had this huge road trip I wanted to take, and you know what? I could. What if I want to fully retire? Can I fully retire, or do I have to wind down my business in order to fully retire? What if I want to sell my business? Is it even sellable? And what about that whole sudden end? If I'm going to schedule my own demise, I want my survivors to have a choice. Because if my survivors don't have a choice, if they can't decide whether or not to keep the business because the business died with me, there's nothing left to sell. There's nothing sitting around to let it provide for the family, to provide opportunities for the family. It's no longer a legacy. It's just gone. Then what did I really build? I owned a job. And if I built something that could have been a business, that could have taken care of my family, and I didn't build it right, then I didn't leave them what I could have left them. So I want us to all build it right, and I want us all to build it well. Now here's a picture of this gorgeous green Bugatti. Now imagine that you build this car that can do some amazing things, except you're the only one that has the key to the car. And for whatever reason, it goes with you. No one else can drive the car. If anyone else tries to drive the car, they're going to burn up the motor. Or it just doesn't run at all because you have all of the stuff that is necessary to make it run. Is that what you wanted to build? Now we think about like Stephanie's brilliance. What if, well, in fact, I won't even give you a what if. I'm going to tell you a what did. So there was a billionaire. I won't even be, tell you who's responsible for doing this. But he had built a business that still depended on him. He made it to a billionaire level, but he generated all of his own leads. Now, he had been systematically training other people. Other people could do the coaching and the training. Other people could do the closing of the sales. But when he died, his business went poof, just like that. Suddenly, there's no more leads. Suddenly, there's no more people to sell. And once the coaching clients that existed petered out, it was just gone. Now, someone else swooped into that vacuum created and literally created an identical parallel business that paid the people 80% less than this guy was paying his coaches. And didn't buy the business from the billionaire's estate, just built the parallel business and swooped in and took over the sudden gap that was left. Everyone's out of a job. The brand new people are making 20% what the old people were making. And the guy left that income gone. Nothing to take care of his wife, nothing to take care of his kids. It was just gone. Only 1 out of 6 people have the bridge built. And what I hope for all of us is that we will choose to be the one out of the 6 that builds that bridge, that we will choose to have that ready for when we're gone. Now, to share some of what I do, and this is just telling you what it is. What I'm going to ask you to do is go take a look at the free report and some of the free information that goes beyond what I have time to share today. But I love them enough.com/Bill. I love them enough, the business and family bundle. Now, the reason the business and family bundle is important is that it'll talk about wills and trusts, but I'm going to tell you, if you solve your wills and your trusts, even if you have a mediocre will and a mediocre trust, 90% chance that's not going to be where the problems are anyway. 9 out of 10 problems, disasters that I've seen over my entire practice as an estate lawyer have nothing to do with the documents. It's what the people don't know. And so that's what this is designed to take care of. I don't still, well, sometimes I'll write wills and trusts for certain clients, but I don't do the documents. I train people in how to set up their estate, especially the business part of their estate. They have income real estate or they own a business to set it up so it's ready to be inherited. And here's the beauty of it, though. If you set it up right for the long term in the way that helps the short term, it not only takes care of your estate and takes care of your heirs, it takes care of you right now. Because if you do this stuff right, You get freedom today. And then I have a bonus. There's unlimited digital laser coaching that I provide. It's $9.97 and it's for 90 days. But because you're here, or even if you're listening to the replay, if as long as you get to the replay soon enough, if you stumble across this 5 years from now, this deal's not still going to be available. But it's $9.97. I will bonus that to you free with the code The Deal to support you as you go through the I Love Them Enough business and family bundle. And if you own a business, that is enormously valuable because I'm a business attorney. So if the questions you're asking are the sort of questions that the average business coach might not know, because I'm a business lawyer as well as a business coach, and I used to train the business coaches for Bill 10 years ago, I kind of know some stuff, so I can help you out with that. Now getting back to the QR code, if you want to get that by your phone, it provided them spotlit for you. There's the QR code, but you can also get to it by ilovethemeenough.com/Bill. That'll get you to the same place and code The Deal. So if you decide you're going to buy the program, use code The Deal under the unlimited digital laser coaching, and that'll zero that out. So it'll bonus that to you absolutely for free. And hey, look at that. I went fast enough. I still finished in time and didn't get to embellish much with the relevant stories, but I hope I still hit all of the major points for all of you because we only have 5 minutes left. And we'll open it up for questions if you want to drop them in the chat or just unmute yourself and jump in and ask.
Such good stuff, Scott. I'll just say to the audience, you're 100% right. I'm single. I'm not married and I don't have kids, but, just understanding, even just like disability, right? Is so important because I'm it. If something happens to me, there's nobody going to pick up my business where I left off. So what you've built, so your business, your service, I really highly recommend people, like you said, just to even call you, right? To figure it out, because it's so important, because we never really like to think about that. We all think that we can live forever, but not always the case. So really good stuff. Thank you. It was very interesting to hear.
Yep. And take a look. I mean, that's part of what happened to me when I was out of town. The car crashed through the storefront and I'm gone. So what do you do? So there's an accident at your business. Now what do? There's a sudden illness. You get in the accident and now you're down for the count. Now what do we do? And on and on and on it goes.
Awesome. For those that joined late, I'm just gonna type my website in there if you want my downloads, or you can text the word talk to 26786 to get on my calendar. I know I was kind of admitting people as we were going in there. So for those late joiners, there's the link to get my downloads. Scott, are you going to be at UWC in Orlando?
No, I'm not. I've got a backlog of events I am attending between now and the middle of December.
Okay.
One of which, God willing, will be a cruise with my mother.
Oh, nice.
Trying to get my 79-year-old mother out traveling while she still can.
Well, good for you. And you're located in where? In Texas?
Yep, I am in Austin, Texas. By the end of the month, I will be in St. Louis. By the beginning of next month, I'll be in Las Vegas. Arizona after that, back to Texas for a little while. So I am on the road a lot.
Awesome. Well,
Right.
yeah, so for those of you, if you want tickets to UWC, so we won't see Scott there, but I will be there along with several other people talking from the stage. If you've never been to one, I guarantee you it is a game changer for you. I had a friend refer me. I'd never heard of Bill Walsh. I didn't know what his program was. And ever since I've got involved with, the power team, things just move fast. Bill is a mover and a shaker, and they talk about who you want to be, and that's who do you surround yourself with? These are the people come into these calls, people like Scott, myself, Virginia, the referral diva, right? Elizabeth, I see you've been in Bill's calls. So absolutely. So if you're going to be at Ultimate Wealth Camp UWC, text the word text UWC. And then the phone number is 26786, and Bill is giving out free tickets because you attended tonight. So just text the letters UWC to 26786, and somebody from the power team will get to you. It's in Orlando in September. If you're like me, I'm in Minnesota. It starts to get cold. Woo! Yeah, bring on the Florida sunshine. So, all right. Anybody else have questions for Scott or myself? And I think, do you want to maybe, Virginia, put Scott's website link in there one more time?
Yeah, she just dropped it in. And my email, if you want to contact me before or contemporaneous, we're looking at other stuff. It's yes@ilovethemenough.com. So just think, yes, I love them enough. And that's the email address. yes@ilovethemenough.com. And you can email me and we will have a chat at whatever level you would like to chat. If you just want to talk to me, we'll make an appointment and have a chance to chat.
Awesome. I just put my name in there too. If you're on LinkedIn, I'm assuming you're on LinkedIn too, right? So look up Scott Conway.
Yep.
Only one T. So I think if you just type in Scott.
Yeah, if you spell my name right, you find me easily. If you spell my name wrong, you don't find me at all.
Okay, so yeah, SCOT Conway or Stephanie Hamill. We're both on LinkedIn. Connect with us there, and leverage your networks to increase your net worth, and then contact Bill to leave it to get it set up properly. Right.
Mhm.
So. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. I think we'll close it out. It's the top of that. It's 9 o'clock here in Minneapolis. So I know it's a little bit later for those of you on the East Coast. So thanks, everybody, for joining. Stay tuned. I think Bill's hosting these every week. Ask the expert. Fire information for you. Great information. So thanks,
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. So by the way, I do have a quick question for anyone who would care to answer. Did anybody learn anything from either Stephanie or I that if you did not know that, but you needed it, it could be a business killer to not know it?
Good question. Say that again.
So did you learn anything today that if you needed to know it, but you didn't know it, it could be a business killer?
I will jump in because Stephanie was talking about what I do for a living, right? Like this is, I teach people how to leverage their network. And there were so many good little nuances around that, but mostly the amazing reminder that we know enough people. You already know enough people to build $1 million business if you'll just reach out, connect, and do it in the right way, according to people's behavioral style, so they can hear you and respond appropriately. It was just such a great reminder for that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, absolutely. Leverage that network. There's so much untapped business, but we can't be afraid to never miss that opportunity to tell people what you do.
Yep.
Mhm.
I love the story about people thinking you're a preschool teacher. Like, yeah, that's why I've lost business. People can't refer business to me if they don't know what I do.
Right. Well, yeah, and your story about the brokerage, right? I mean, that's
Yep.
in the real estate and mortgage, it happens so often. You know, these realtors, they're spending thousands of dollars on billboards and bus benches and calendars and everything like that. So
Yeah.
thank you, Ava, for the
Yep.
week.
Oh, and thank you, Todd. Yep. And then one last thing, stacking what Bill said before Stephanie went on is there are very few problems in business that sales won't help you get out of. If you don't have sales, you don't have business.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Connect with either one of us. Again, yeah, my class is starting. I have a few openings left. So if you have more questions about it, if you joined late and you want more information, just reach out to me, text me, email me, join my website, something, and I'll get you more details. So you can spend 14 weeks with me. Woohoo!
Yep. And same on my side. Find me on Facebook or LinkedIn. I'm more on Facebook than LinkedIn if you wanted to visit with me over there. All right, everyone. It has been great to see you all. And Stephanie, it has been magnificent to listen to you. You are absolutely a rock star.
Oh, thank you. You as well, Scott. I enjoyed your presentation. Thanks everyone for joining.
Bye, everyone. Or
Bye.
actually, before I sign us off, one of the things I am known for is the Ohana way. And what we always do in our Ohana when we sign off is we all say aloha to one another. So anyone who would like to join me is welcome to unmute as we say goodnight with an aloha.
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 I love it.
Bye.
Aloha.
Bye, everyone.
All right, see you in Orlando.